Constellation. This is Jamie Steinberg with Starry Constellation magazine. Max, this is such a moving film. Were you always in mind to direct and star in it?
No, originally when I was writing it, the plan was for me to star in it always, but not direct. And it just became, as the journey of the film went on and on, the sort of the notion of directing grew and became this need. And I just felt like at the end of the day, it was a story that I needed to shepherd all the way through, and I needed, at the end of the day, it felt so personal that I just wanted to be the one to translate it from page to screen.
Joey, what is it about your Zach that made you want to be a part of this film? Or maybe it was Max's script.
It was the conversation that he and I had. When I suddenly realized what the experience could really be like in this way of just so much fun. And then we got on set and he stayed true to his word that it would be a really collaborative, fun thing, that we'd have a blast on set. So that was really the draw for me. That convinced me I wanted to really be a part of it.
Max, it sounds like you were pretty hands-on then when it came to the casting of this.
Oh, I was. Yeah. Danny, who's my producer and my closest friend, he always says that hearing me and my casting director speak about actors, it's like watching straight men talk about fantasy football, which by the way I can talk about too. But
I can say
I can also do that. But
I can't, but
yeah, no, but it's like that level of like, oh, this, and so yeah, no, it was a very hands-on experience, and but it ebbed and flowed, to be honest, because we were casting it over really like a year and a half. So it was this thing of really, who can we get the script to, who will take a look at it, who's responding to it. And at the end of the day, Buzz Koenig, who's my main producer, said to me, don't worry if people leave or if people aren't able to do the film, because you will end up with the cast that you are meant to end up with. And like, he'd been in the industry, I don't want to say how many years Buzz has been in the industry, but it is more than I've been alive. So he was saying, that this is absolutely the way it's works and the way it will work. And I trusted in him. And at the end of the day, like, it was absolutely the right cast at the right time. And I'm extremely blessed to have the people who we did on set.
Joey, I love the chemistry between Zach and Zach, and their meet cute is just adorable. And I feel that chemistry between them. There's this innate chemistry between these two characters. Did you guys feel that when you were sort of filming that scene where obviously he hits you in the mouth and then all of a sudden you're gushing?
Yeah, I don't know if I felt a lot of chemistry then. Yeah, chemistry then, but no, even like the banter that Max and I have off screen, kind of, it just makes its way, and that's what you want. And it was really fun to play that, and especially play like romance like that, where the meet cute is so disastrous and it turns into something. And it's like the best trope about romantic comedies, that they prove that the first thing that happens can be absolutely awful, and then the rest can be the thing that you're meant to do. So it was just really fun.
But also, we going into it in the few weeks of pre-production, we would Zoom a few times, and you said something right before you came, which was, you were like, we were bantering and you were like, well, I'm gonna trust that this chemistry is going to take us through the film. You're like, if we have this, it's going to be exactly what the film needs. And you were right.
So is it just Zach's career that's really have him questioning whether this romance could be? Is it his history? Is it all of those things combined? Maybe little doubts about whether this is too perfect?
Oh, I just think so much of it is about the feeling that he has that he's gotten beyond his past and that he's heading so strictly towards the future. He's got his eyes set on the job he wants and the timeline of that job, and he thinks his past is it's done. But then he meets other Zach and realizes that actually all this stuff in my past I have not worked through. I thought I knew my future, but the future is different, and the future I chose is because that past I actually did not work through. So when he has these experiences of going back and seeing his father and realizing the way that his father's dreams are the dreams that he is living and planning out, that's the crucial recognition. He has to make his own path, get out of the garden of his parents' ideas, especially his father, who doesn't really approve or understand him very well, and choose love and a different future.
Max, I love that there's a plus size male lead to this, and then this rom com.
There
I
is?
think
Who is it? I'm sorry.
what kind of response have you been receiving so far to people who are just so excited to see you in this leading male role and to have someone who's, a representative of, our community, where I feel like, I'm a larger person too. We get to have love too.
Yeah, absolutely. It's meant a lot to me to see, all the comments on Instagram saying like finally a film for, people like us, finally a film that represents this side of the community. I've been waiting for this. Like, all of these comments mean so much to me, because that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to tell a story from my perspective, which is the perspective of a plus size person, plus size gay man. And it was really important to voice something that I hadn't seen reflected on screen and that I needed to see on screen. And if you don't see it, create it. And so I did, and it has meant the response and the joy that I've been receiving has really it's been sort of the cherry on top of this experience. But in a weird way, it's also the reason I did it. So I think, it's this whole full circle thing, and I'm just really grateful.
Max, what's a scene that came from page to screen that you're just really proud of how it came out?
I think there's a few of them, but I will say that the scene where Jackie Cruz, there's both of your scenes with Jackie towards the end of the film. First where you guys have a confrontation, and then, later, I don't want to give away the film, but those two scenes, to me, I was just, both of your acting is so good, and you're both so engaged, and it really just, it meant, I mean, it was so cool to see. And, when you write something like that, you have hopes of, the right people bringing it to the screen, but seeing that, it's really, really special. But just to go back, every scene was kind of sort of an insane thing to see it, realized. But those would be the two that I was like, wow, yeah.
Joey, is there a scene or a couple scenes that you're most proud of the work you've put into?
I have to kind of echo Max here, which is a couple of these scenes with Jackie, with my scene partners, when Max and I are walking through the park, where you can feel the thing just sort of take off. And it's always a pleasure as an actor to be working with other actors that you really enjoy. Working with Taylor Trench, with Jackie Cruz. I mean, these day play, like, other people, you just have this experience of people bringing all of their stuff to it, and it's more than you expected, and that's the best.
I also want to say there was a doctor in the scene in the hospital that was,
yes, I'm obsessed.
There's only a moment that you see in the final cut, but there was this guy who just kept making us lose it, and that was really funny too.
Yeah, like some guy comes in, it's like, oh, he's just doing this one line,
Yeah.
but no, he came with a whole bag of tricks. He had all this stuff planned. You're like, let it hit roll.
He's like, this is my moment. Like, I'm gonna have it, and it was great. Yeah.
He's like, just do another take. I need a,
Yeah. But it's funny because Joey and I, we spent a lot of time on the set together, and we would sort of have this third person come in a lot of the time and just make us lose it and then leave. Yes. And it was really a great experience.
Yes, wonderful casting.
Yeah.
What that you hope lingers with audiences, Max, then, who watch things like this? Is there a message, an emotion, really, you would love for people to take away?
I hope they take away that love is universal, and that, the wanting love, everyone wants love, and everyone deserves love. I hope that they laugh a lot. I hope that there's a lot of joy experienced in the theater together on May 16th when it's available for everyone. And I just really hope that everyone sees themselves reflected on screen, because that was the goal. It was to make everyone feel reflected. So, yeah.
Well, this is an exceptional movie.
Thank
Such
you
a
so
work to
much.
be proud of, Max and Joey. As I said, the chemistry between you on screen is just so sweet and palpable. I think right from the start, you want this couple to just be forever. So maybe a sequel, Max, where these two wind up down the aisle, please.
I've
Thank
always
you.
joked things like that would be the sequel, and I just can't figure out what the third would be.
Of course, it would be
Yeah,
things like
Of
that.
course it would be.
Wow.
Yeah. I
I
can't.
just blew Joey's mind.
You
Yeah.
heard it here first.
Yeah,
Things
things
like
like that.
that.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah.